3 straight wins is no mean recommendation. Finn Harps' early form had them brimful of confidence at Tulka Park. John Quigg's astute through ball found Paddy McGranahan in an acre of space. And a wonderful finish, putting Harps 1-0 up. An army of red shirts had been ball watching. They missed McGranahan's run, but you've got to heap huge credit on him for the finish, beating Goff on his near post with a fizzing shot. Shelbourne not without their ideas too. Tony Sheridan prominent as ever, combining with Baudouin and luring Conor Frawley into the challenge, which referee Tommy Traynor rightly deemed a foul. Penalty shells. Fair to say Mr. Traynor singularly unimpressed with the defence put forward by Frawley, which was, as it should have been, a foul that was clumsy and obvious. Sheridan down and Shells in with a shout. The ever-dependable Greg Costello hadn't reckoned on the inspired dive of David Platt in the Harps goal. An excellent save which took a little out of the keeper. Costello normally slots these in his sleep, but Platt got it absolutely right. You know, it really wasn't Greg Costello's night. Not long after, he got his name in the referee's book for an intervention. Deliberate handball. Good refereeing, for Johnny Speak was homing in on goal. The aerial battle inconclusive, but Costello did quite clearly handle the ball. Now, Speak mightn't have scored, but the free kick gave Harps an opportunity, which they exploited. Tucked away by Stephen Kelly from Pierce Walsh's free kick. 2-0 after 38 minutes, and after so long away, Harps clearly warming to life in the Premier. Something wasn't quite right for Shells. The wall, the goalkeeper, not for the first time, their defence slower to react, giving Kelly his chance. Second half, Finn Harps playing the better football, always prepared to scrap around the midfield. Well, maybe scrap, the operative word here, being too literally applied. Clear evidence of shirt pulling after Pierce Walsh had won the ball back. Mick Neville, the culprit, but it scarcely warranted that intervention. And Tommy Traynor, quite right, that the Finn Harps man had to go. Pierce Walsh eventually making the walk. But Shelbourne's Mick Neville too, for his part in this, also found himself on the way to an early ban. So I suppose it does take two to tango, but it left the home team without the experience of their skipper. Both teams down to 10 men. The dismissal did little to cool the contest. Shelbourne had a goal disallowed. Costello's free kick finding Pat Morley. Stephen Gagan tucking it away, but the linesman and referee quite rightly had Morley offside. The former Cork man yet to claim a regular place on instead of Darren Kelly in the second half. Finn Harps still in control, and a chance of boring Shelbourne ringing out around Tulka Park. Now, it may have been laborious, but they did keep plugging away. And at this stage, the 70th minute, they did get their reward. Harps' clearance not as good as it might have been. Pat Morley free in the box, and looking a class act as ever there, sensibly involving Rutherford, and a couple of deflections on its way to the net. And with 20 minutes to go, Shelbourne were back at the races. Mark Rutherford getting the credit for the goal, but it was Morley's good work beforehand that had really created it for him, sucking in the defenders who left Rutherford free, and similar to Harps' opener, and into that same Ballyrock net. And some worrying for Finn Harps to do. Morley again finding himself in space. Sheridan, who'd started, tried to finish the move, but couldn't. Fine combination. Can't be long before Pat Morley finds a regular place in this team. Great ball through by Sheridan, who continued his run and was there to attempt to finish it off when Morley pulled it back across the face of the goal. Should have been 2-2. But Finn Harps too had an opportunity to make it absolutely safe. Coming towards the conclusion, Jonathan Speak getting some space on the right. Beautiful ball through the middle for Alan Doherty. But Alan Goff, superb, making the save that kept Shelbourne in the hunt, but not close enough to Harps to garner a point. This is the last big chance of the night, falling to the team who eventually left with the 3 points. Goff saving. But he'd let 2 in. The final score, Shells 1, Harps 2.
3 matches, not one of them showing the slightest respect for the bookies' odds. At Oriel Park, 2 from Joe Gallen, 1 apiece from new boy Fintan McConville and Joe Hanrahan steadying the Dundalk ship, despite the fact that Leonard Curtis had given Shamrock Rovers an early lead. The top 2 played tonight, but the sands fairly shifted behind them. Just look at Finn Harps, 4 wins in a row now and up to 3rd, though Sligo have